They're off. That's all our tomorrows for the early lead. On the outside, Just a Fantasy. Between horses as they race into that first turn goes Gingrich Trigger, and around the turn, Just a Fantasy takes the early lead. Racing in second to the quarter-mile pole goes All Our Tomorrows. Racing in third, that's Gingrich Trigger with New Star Jane fourth. In fifth, French Bar Express. The card player at the end. They go off the quarter-mile pole in 30 seconds. The leader by a length and a half as they move into the 3/8 marker now is Just a Fantasy. Trotting in second by the stands the first time comes All Our Tomorrows. Racing in third position, that's Gingrich Trigger. He's on the move as they go to the half mile. It's Just a Fantasy showing the way, racing in second position to the half-mile marker. On the outside, Gingrich Trigger racing in third position to the 3/4. That's All Our Tomorrows. Allowed out of the hole there fourth was New Star Jane racing in fifth. French Bar Express, and off stride there was the card player. Final 3/8 of a mile. The leader by a head to the upper turn is Just a Fantasy. Trotting on the outside second, that's Gingrich Trigger. In third along the rail as they go to the turn, All Our Tomorrows. Trotting in fourth position after 3/4 of a mile comes New Star Jane. In fifth and being out trotted there is French Bar Express. In the stretch, the leader on the inside is Just a Fantasy. On the outside, that's Gingrich Trigger still there. New Star Jane is closing ground. Between horses now, All Our Tomorrows. It's Just a Fantasy, All Our Tomorrows closing and getting up. Fields on the turn. They're off. That's Lake Hills JD, but he goes off stride. Moving out to get that lead is Smokin' Fella. Down along the inside, Fulmer Sealster second. Alcazar Lobel comes on third. Racing into fourth is Way Out Dancer, and around the turn they go. The early leader is Smokin' Fella. Up on the outside, Alcazar Lobel is challenging second. Racing in third is Fulmer Sealster by the quarter-mile, 29-2. That's Alcazar Lobel getting the lead a length. Racing in second, Smokin' Fella in third to the 3/8 pole. Fulmer Sealster, a 4-length gap, finds the Evil Rock fourth. Way Out Dancer fifth. Lake Hills JD is sixth. In seventh, Timber Bay, the trailing horse to the half-mile, Shannon Goal. And around the turn they go. Up top a length is Alcazar Lobel. The half-mile, 59 3/5. It's Alcazar Lobel, the leader, driving in second. Smokin' Fella racing in third is Fulmer Sealster. Smokin' Fella on the outside is pushing the pace along the rail. Alcazar Lobel in third to the 3/4. Fulmer Sealster racing in fourth is the Evil Rock. And around the turn it's Alcazar Lobel, 3/4 of a length. Smokin' Fella out there second, racing in third, Fulmer Sealster. They turn for home. It's Alcazar Lobel in a length lead. On the outside, closing ground is Smokin' Fella. In the stretch, Alcazar Lobel on the inside's under a heavy drive. On the outside, Smokin' Fella's closing ground. It's Alcazar Lobel and Smokin' Fella. The judges will examine a photograph of the finish before posting the order of finish. Turn. They're off. Out in the middle of the track for the early lead goes Ronnie Almahurst with Lake Hill Zarek. Down along the inside, Prairie Jr. came away, and into that first turn they go. On the front end, taking the early lead is Ronnie Almahurst. Make that Lake Hill Zarek with Ronnie Almahurst second, racing in third as they go to the quarter-mile pole, Prairie Jr. They go by the quarter in a speedy 28 and a fifth. The leader by 2 lengths. Lake Hill Zarek racing in second. Ronnie Almahurst in third. Prairie Jr. in fourth is Bourbon Street Katie. On the outside coming on fifth as they go to the half mile, Little Dumplin'. Racing along the rail, Wolfish Pride is sixth. Nat Herbert and Fee Simple. And into the half mile they go. The leader by 3 parts of a length is Lake Hill Zarek. Up on the outside to challenge second goes Prairie Jr. They move by the half mile, 59 and a fifth. It's Prairie Jr. ahead. Holding the rail is Lake Hill Zarek. On the outside, Bourbon Street Katie getting a trip third. Along the rail, fourth is Ronnie Almahurst. On the outside, fifth to the upper turn, Little Dumplin'. They're double-decked into the 3/4. The leader by a half length is Lake Hill Zarek. 3/4, 128 and a fifth. It's Lake Hill Zarek ahead. On the outside, Prairie Jr. continues to come on second. Bourbon Street Katie pulls to the outside for the drive. It's Lake Hill Zarek holding firm a length. Down along the inside, moving through is Ronnie Almahurst. Lake Hill Zarek the leader with Ronnie Almahurst, but it's Lake Hills Eric. Fields on the turn. They're off. Along the inside, that's also ran for the early lead, driving out in the middle of the track. Goes Bogart Command coming away third. Incredible Brett, they go over to the eighth on the front end. Also ran, leads up on the outside. Bogart Command, he looks for the hole. Incredible Brett now second. Bogart Command is third, racing in fourth to the quarter. Pistol Yates, Desperate Society fifth. Nutmeg Almahurst sixth. Wildcatter, Mega Spirit, and trailing his Son of a Gun. They go off the quarter-mile juncture, 28 and a fifth. On the front end they go. The leader by a length and a half is also ran. Racing in second to the 3/8 pole goes Incredible Brett. A 4-length gap to third now. Finds Bogart Command on the inside. Fourth to the backside is Pistol Yates. On the outside, fifth goes Nutmeg Almahurst. The half mile, 57 and 2/5. Over to the 3/4 they go. Staying out there is also ran. Incredible Brett is second. Up on the outside to be third to the 3/4. Nutmeg Almahurst along the rail, racing in fourth position. Bogart Command. They go to the 3/4. Also ran's had the best of it. He still does. A length. Incredible Brett racing second in third as they turn for home. Nutmeg Almahurst in the lane. It's also ran. The leader up on the outside now. Incredible Brett's coming on. In the stretch also ran's under urging. Incredible Brett gains ground on the outside second. Racing on the outside third through the lane is No Mega Spirit. It's Incredible Brett on the outside. Also ran, still there. Also ran in front. Fields on the turn. They're off. Along the inside, Lou May, Hanover out sharply, coming away, Tight Jeans along the rail, restricted class. And into that first turn, Lou May, Hanover takes the lead, tucking second, Tight Jeans, restricted access is third. In fourth to the quarter goes Happy Carey, Westwood Vixen fifth. The Artful Advocate is sixth with Supreme Culture seventh, Sanundarak. And the Woodmont Barbara by the quarter, 29-3. Lou May, Hanover has the racetrack a length in second position. Tight Jeans by 2. Restricted Access is third. Happy Carey fourth. Coming out Westwood Vixen fifth, followed by Woodmont Barbara sixth. Artful Advocate is seventh and eighth. Sanundarak, and trailing the field, Supreme Culture. Into the half mile, Lou May, Hanover leads up on the outside. Restricted Access is challenging second to half. 1 2/5. It's Restricted Access. A half length, but holding the rail now is Lou May, Hanover, coming to third as they go to the 3/4 mile pole. That's the Westwood Vixen in fourth position. Tight Jeans. Into the 3/4 they go. Restricted Access leads up on the outside to be second. Westwood Vixen, they go off the 3/4. 129-4. It's Restricted Access by 2 lengths. On the outside, Westwood Vixen second. Looking to come out there is Tight Jeans. In the final eighth of a mile, Restricted Access holds firm by 3 lengths. On the far outside, Artful Advocate's cooking it up. That's Artful Advocate on the outside, getting up. Fields on the turn. They're off. That's a fine start with 5 horses driving out there. Down along the rail, Bubby Barron came away well. On the outside, contending is Ace Out with Fox Valley Wolf out there third. Racing fourth as they go over to the 1/4 mile pole. Mechanical Genius in fifth position as they enter the stretch the first time. Comes Gypsy Dan. They move down to the 1/4 mile. The leader is Ace Out, 27 3/5. That's Ace Out, the leader up on the outside to challenge second as they go to the 3/8 pole. Fox Valley Wolf racing in third. Past the stands the first time is Bubby Barron. In fourth as they go to the corner on the outside of horses. Gypsy Dan, and around the turn they go. On the front end, the leader by a half length now is Ace Out. On the outside, the challenger second, Fox Valley Wolf. The half mile was in 58 1/5. They go to the 3/4 mile pole, going 3 wide into the 3/4 is Gypsy Dan. It's Ace Out holding firm. Gypsy Dan is challenging second. Racing between horses third to the 3/4 mile pole, Fox Valley Wolf. Racing in fourth position on the rail with a tight hold is Bubby Barron. Around the turn they go on the front end, keeping that lead by a half length is Ace Out. Racing in second on the rail, Bubby Barron from far back. The Pretenders coming on with a rush. The leader is Ace Out on the far outside, closing ground. The Pretender, Bubby Barron gets free. It's Ace Out leading Bubby Barron, closing on the outside with the Pretender. That's a driving finish. Photo. Feels on the turn. They're off. That's BJ's chance for the early lead down along the inside. Mr. Kentucky came away well, getting off third as they look for position. Pocono Low Bell taking a tuck fourth round. The turn to the quarter goes insipid with PJ Bobby there. Mo docking into the quarter mile. Up on the front end, BJ's chance to take a 2.5 length lead. Let's take a peek at this quarter. 27-2, they're rolling. The leader is BJ's chance by 4 lengths. Racing in second of the 3/8 marker goes Mr. Kentucky. In third position by the stands the first time is Pocono Low Bell. Racing in fourth as they go to the half-mile mark. That's insipid on the move in fifth to the half-mile pole, and rough gated there momentarily and off stride now was insipid. They go to the half-mile pole in 57 3/5. Insipid's back pacing the leader by 2 open lengths to the 3/4 mile mark. Is BJ's chance. Racing in second and driving from second now goes Mr. Kentucky down along the rail third to the corner. That's Pocono Low Bell into the 3/4. They go on the front end. The leader by a length and a half is BJ's chance. Up on the outside to be second. Mr. Kentucky looking for racing room third as they enter the stretch. That's Pocono Low Bell. It's BJ's chance. The leader, Pocono Low Bell, driving from second. In third position through the lane is Telestrator. That's Pocono Low Bell taking the lead and drawing out Pocono Low Bell. Feels on the turn. They're off. That slide for the early lead. Out in the middle of the track, Heiser Amos came away well. Down along the inside, getting off his crest of field. They drive for position. Up for the early lead is Slide, racing second, crest of field. Hung out there third as they go over to the 1/4 mile pole. Is Heiser Amos. Merger's cousin is fourth, and tucks in now is Heiser Amos. They go off the 1/4 mile, 27 4/5. On the front end, the leader by a length and a half is Slide, racing second as they go to the 3/8 mark. That's crest of field. Merger's cousin is third. Out of rough gated and off stride now as they go to the turn was Falcon Power. They swing into the half mile. The leader is Slide, driving from second as they go to the half is crest of field. Merger's cousin is third. They go by the half mile. 58 4/5. Slide keeps the lead up on the outside to be second as they go to the 3/4. That's crest of field racing third on the outside. Merger's cousin down along the rail. Heiser Amos is fourth. In fifth, Grumpus. Into the 3/4, they roll on the front end, staying out there by a half length to the 3/4 mile pole is Slide. On the outside, racing in second round the turn comes crest of field. In third position now, Heiser Amos. They're in the stretch. They're across the track. Down along the inside, it's Slide, the leader on the outside. Merger's cousin is closing ground. They're across the track looking for room as Heiser Amos on the outside. Grumpus There's 6 across. That's Heiser Amos finding room. Number Fields on the turn. They're off. That's Lovable Lewis on the outside, away well. Joe Escort on the rail, coming away third. Kazoo Hanover, and Joe Escort has the lead. The challenger second. Lovable Lewis. Kazoo Hanover plugs the gap third, taking a tuck fourth. Wilco's Escort in fifth to the quarter-mile post. Goes Buoyant Spirit. They move in for the quarter. The leader is Joe Escort, the quarter-mile. 28 and 2 up on the outside. Under urging is Wilco's Escort. That's Wilco's Escort on the outside, gaining the lead, racing second. Joe Escort in third. Kazoo Hanover racing in fourth. Lovable Lewis on the outside, fifth. Kenny Bond. Buoyant Spirit is sixth. Moving up to be seventh is off stride. There was Kazoo Hanover. They go by the half mile. 58 and 1. The field's been impeded. The leader is Wilco's Escort by 2.5 lengths, racing second. Joe Escort on the outside, third. Kenny Bond in fourth. To the three-quarters goes Lovable Lewis, moving up fifth. That's Buoyant Spirit, final 3/8 of a mile. Wilco's Escort keeps the lead a length and a half. Joe Escort is second. Gaining ground is Kenny Bond third. The three-quarters, 127 and 2. Wilco's Escort a length. Kenny Bond out there second. Buoyant Spirit gains ground third. It's Wilco's Escort, the leader by 2 lengths. Kenny Bond racing second, closing ground in the middle of the track. Buoyant Spirit, but it's Wilco's Escort in front. Kenny Bond second. Fields on the turn. They're off. That's Mr. Lucky for the early lead between horses as they drive for position. Goes Chicago Maze with Noble Alba, 3 deep round the turn. And they go over to the quarter mile. That's Noble Alba hustling up on the outside to challenge Mr. Lucky for the lead. Moving up to be third. Bold Spirit in fourth position. Chicago Maze. They go by the quarter mile. The leader now is Noble Alba. They went off the quarter, 29 and a fifth. It's Noble Alba showing the way. Racing in second as they go to the 3/8. Bold Spirit in third position to the 3/8 marker. Mr. Lucky racing in fourth by the stand. Chicago Maze. Friendly Dancer is fifth. A battle for the lead. Noble Alba half length. Bold Spirit is second, saving ground third. Mr. Lucky. Chicago Maze is fourth. Racing fifth, GT Jamaica on the outside, sixth. As they go to the three-quarters, Friendly Dancer. Racing up to be seventh now is Jackpot Johnny along the rail, eighth. Lake Hills Bow on the outside, ninth to the corner is Shonsky, and trailing Teen Wolf. Into the three-quarters, a struggle for the lead. Bold Spirit on the outside, but holding the rail there is Noble Alba. Mr. Lucky has clearance. In the stretch on a short lead is Noble Alba. Mr. Lucky's coming on strongly. That's Mr. Lucky on the outside, gaining the lead with Bold Spirit along the rail. Noble Alba on the front end. The leader is Mr. Lucky, racing in second. Noble Alba, but it's Mr. Lucky.